Let's get ready to
rip a face!
What the hell is even that?
That is one big pilot.
For a modern gaming audience.
Why are you running?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
We're communists.
Woke.
Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
I'm cured! Praise God!
Hiya, 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 na 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 na.
Ah, he vatored! He vatored!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
For a modern gaming audience.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Welcome to Nerd Wars. Sorry about that. Welcome to Nerd Wars.
Please clap.
Welcome indeed. The attendance isn't mandatory, but if you're here, the applause is. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of claps in chat. Where are the claps in chat? I'm a little worried, chat. I'll give you a second to catch up, but all right, Simu's got it. All right, there we go. Thank you. Okay. I was ready to just go ahead and leave the stream. I don't know about you, Badger.
Normally Justin Channels is here, and he or Cook or one of those JCs. Yeah.
How you doing today, Badge? You got anything going on? Anything interesting, or just boring old Thursday for you?
Nah, just a normal day at work for me, sir. Yeah, no, gonna go on open bar later.
He's gonna be an open bar, guys. Just normal Badger stuff.
Yar.
No big deal to professional media pundits like us. That's what we're called, pundits.
Are we called pundits? No, I forgot. What is it? I'm a
operative.
I'm a pop culture analyst and commentator.
I'm just a media now, as far as I'm concerned.
Damn it, that's what I was looking for.
Sorry, I found it first. See how I drew out commentator? Yeah.
Yeah, see how I forgot how to speak for about 3 seconds?
I'm a jerk off who spent too much time watching franchise stuff, and now it's relevant, so we get to talk about it. Yeah, I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. How are you, Orm?
Oh, just living my best life. Doing a little tax deducting with some One Punch, which big fan of the anime. Been wanting to get the manga mostly just so I could get ahead of the anime, because it's one of those ones where it ends and it's just like, how long do I have to wait for more? Wait, you're telling me the manga is way ahead? All right, I'm reading the manga now. So bam, 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 tax deductions.
No big rat killer. All are welcome. All are well.
There were some characters I hadn't seen before, and so far I am particularly interested in. Come on, Light. Come on.
Seeing 4 characters I'd like to get to know right there.
Ooh la la, and then
hey.
beach episode. Oh, that one's a little young. We'll keep it right here.
Well, just don't look at yeah, there you go. Scooby, is that you?
I'm looking forward to some One Punch Man for some reason. Oh, I think I've got what, like 4 more mangas I gotta collect. It's like, God, I thought collecting comic books was tough, but there's like 28, I think 28 One Punches, and I have to like count, and I'm like, that's 2 shelves. You're taking up 2 shelves. Can you make yourself taller or something?
I mean, have you seen the library that Hypnotic lives in now?
Yeah, he has the singles and the omnibuses of like everything. He collects everything twice. All right,
so nice. He collects them twice.
Let's see. I got my tax deductions out of the way. Simu will be on the channel at some point. Like I've got my invite posted note, my super official invite posted note, and I have 1 name left on there. Simu, we got to get it out of there. All right, so we got to talk about our girl Gina Carano. Everyone loves her. There's not a single person on the planet who doesn't, right?
Yeah, she could just the left, but they're done.
Oh, they don't count as people. Gina Carano gets another big win against Disney as court rejects Disney's attempt to block Discovery as it appeals to dismiss the case. The last we had learned is they just tried to get it thrown out to block Discovery. But turns out that didn't go so well. Update from Gina Carano. After the judge denied Disney's request to dismiss my case, Disney requested permission to immediately appeal that decision to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, blah, 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 and delay all discovery while that appeal takes place. Yesterday, we learned that the judge denied Disney's unusual request. So they got denied, thrown it out, and then they immediately tried to like appeal, like get it thrown out, and then that also got denied. So they are double screwed. It looks like this is going to be going forward. Badger, thoughts?
Yeah. Obviously, what are they afraid? We will find out. I know what I want to find. We were all talking earlier that this clearly we will find a mini email chain and group and see a coordinated effort of certain people. We'll find out who they are, Leslie Headland, and others who orchestrated a lot of the attack campaigns against any. And I love Gina, but she ain't the only one. And I think that's the point. She knows that this is going to show everyone that got othered by them. And God knows what else.
We're going to see the cancel pigs oink, and it's not going to look good for Disney at all. Whatever they find, it might not be some explosive thing, but whatever they do find, it's not going to look good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm definitely thinking anything related to Pablo Hidalgo, Leslie Headland, Darth Felonius, and any of the this one. What? Patty Jenkins said she wanted to honor her father and war veterans. Nope. Get her. Cancel that. But like, it will, any little thing, any little attack campaign or othering, this will, if it's all connected.
And the hope is this will get some people to come out as well too and start dropping, some stories about their experiences with Disney as well and double standards and what have you.
You must be feeling pretty good right now.
One could say, obviously, very pleased with the opportunity to keep moving forward the judicial process and the discovery, blah, blah, blah. While I wish this was not necessary, as it is not my desire to be in this battle in court. Yeah, I can't imagine having to go to court fight with Disney's any fun. I will not shrink away from it because it is hard or uncomfortable. That people ask, like, is she going to settle? I don't think so. Again, a huge thanks to all of you who show me support daily, to my incredible lawyers, Elon, and the people at X for the opportunity in continuing this lawsuit and seeking justice. Onward, prayer emojis. Handles it perfectly. This is how you handle stuff. Well done, Gina.
She's always
kick their asses, girl.
Yeah, she's always been classy. That was the point. Just yeah, let's go.
And an absolute sweetheart, but they have abused us being nice too long, and we are sick and tired of it. And we are nice people until
we're not.
Yeah, until you decide that you don't want us to be nice, and then we're happy to oblige you.
Well, that was the funny thing, is we got accused of being all the things and gatekeeping and this and that's. Like, no, you sweet summer children. That was us nice and being open and welcoming, but you have engaged pattern recognition, and you ain't gonna like what you getting forward. Yeah, so it's all downhill for them.
As friend of the channel, Nerdrotic says, take them to the woodshed.
Yeah.
As friend of the channel, Critical Drinker says, almost makes you wonder what they're so desperate to hide.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we get to see them, because everyone's always like, oh, discovery this, discovery that, and all these situations, and we never ever get like the juicy details. But in this, with it being like Elon and Gina and whatnot, I have a feeling unless it's part of like the settlement or something like that, I think we're actually going to get some juicy details here.
Well, and also we keep saying Disney like it's one big thing. Disney is like three big in it. Is Disney Star Wars, specifically the Kathleen Kennedy, Darth Filoni, Lucasfilm, Pablo Hidalgo track. That's where I think most of the discovery will go. It's not like we're suddenly going to get emails from Kevin Feige and Disney Marvel. And then a bunch of the up top conspiracies, that is just Disney itself and their executives and Bob and the board and all of that. But most of the fookery around this case is from Disney Star Wars and Lucasfilm. And we'll see what Bobby's emails say.
But it's one of those things that could just like bring them all down as well.
I don't think Gina would settle. I don't think Gina would settle.
Lord have mercy. And that's why Simu got an invite onto the stream. He's got good taste. Ooh, more research. Oh, a little more research. Ooh, chat. We're gonna need a gift or a super chat for this. All right, I'll pull it up. If we get all right, we get a gift or a super chat, I'll pull up the other Gina Carano picture.
All right, that's my boy.
I'm a very giving tyrant. Thank you very much. Man, like everybody's getting this. I love it. Clifton,
yeah.
Horny
I just
Owl,
hit like on everything.
Man. Friend of the channel, Price of
someone
Reason.
Right.
Currently at New York Comic Con or something like that. He was going to try to get in here, but his internet's shit. Can't think of any basis for an appeal. Happy to see this is moving forward. You know, that's why I can go. We got to get at least one meme in there.
Yeah.
Man, I love this. It's a little echo chambery, but honestly, I love that all the people I follow are actually the top comments, and I don't have to look at Krasenstein brothers commenting on everything. Twitter is actually somewhat enjoyable, which I kind of hate because I kind of hate social media.
It's a little bit more balanced, at least.
All right, Smoo.
He gifted himself. There you go.
Wait, who did
Yes.
he get? Hey, he got our boy Tony Anthony Shaddix.
Hey.
All right. Lord have mercy. And this is the strong woman that like they told us that we all needed to like, and then we liked her.
Bro,
And
Henry
then they
Cavill
said,
got it.
No,
That's the seal of approval. That's the seal of approval as far as I'm concerned. Both ways. Both ways. Gina banged him. Oh, that's a seal of approval on Henry, and vice versa.
I think they both won in that business
Absolutely.
relationship.
Absolutely. Probably just two similarly dominant personalities.
2 giga chats just making out.
You know what? Super fun, but doesn't last long term.
We got the exact opposite of that in Bonerrific69 all along, but more on that later.
Oh my god. It was the gayest
Marvel show ever.
Was it the gayest, most Jewish
Yes!
show ever?
Yes, correct.
There was Hasidic prayer. I swear to God, I loved it. Every moment of it.
Read out a Torah.
I'm not kidding. It was funny as hell. And yes, we got all the gay romance kisses. Did you the long, passionate kiss between him and boyfriend? Oh,
there was a bright spot though. Genuinely, Bonerrific69 is without question my favorite character in the show, and the acting was actually really freaking good. So far,
I'll say this:
outstaged everyone in the show.
John Locke. John Locke is a good actor, and it's a shame and rather impressive. You know how they take good actors and they make them shit? He must be such a good actor that even in a bad show, I'm seeing hints of a good performance. Let's maybe let him do a regular thing where you don't make him a cliche.
Yeah, actually, I have several moments where he does actually have a bit of acting, and then he says something super cringe and some terrible acting. This whole show is like, I'm spending all this time like, oh, this was actually pretty good, and then every single time immediately after, it's something totally cringe and terrible every time. Like anything good precedes it, and after it,
nullified.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Speaking of terrible, Simu Liu.
He's a himbo.
Open his mouth. So I had seen something about this, but I didn't look into it until just before the stream, and it's as stupid as you would think. Shang-Chi actor, Shang-Chi, it was a Marvel movie. I know you're probably like, what, it was a Marvel movie.
I say
stage 4. Shang-Chi. Actor Simu Liu roasted after he accused Boba Bubble Tea owners of cultural appropriation on Canadian reality show Dragon's Den, which is just Shark Tank, but for all the people who use the metric system.
Yeah.
Idiots.
I tried to watch some of it, and then I realized I don't give a shit enough about Simu Liu to even make fun of him for the dumb things he says. Because, spoiler, himbos say dumb shit. They're himbos.
I probably should not have put him in the thumbnail and title, but I did.
I blame any lack of viewers on him because Simu.
All right, Tomak, I was going to do Arkham City next, but I haven't started it. I will try out some Ori. Which, he bought me both the Oris last night.
Of course he did.
I might have hopped on the GCA and we were talking about the guy, the CEO. So now I have both the Oris, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. Jessica Lindstrom was like, she gave it a hell of a review. And apparently it's really emotional and stuff too. And I'm looking forward to it. Because if it's good and then that guy's so based, I'm definitely buying the next game. We got to support him.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, they introduced Jeremy the wrong way on Piers Morgan. It was gamers and geeks or something instead of geeks and gamers, and he didn't correct them. So,
is there is there a YouTube VOD of that? I wanted to grab that.
There is
for the documentary.
You just search Piers Morgan. I just didn't get a chance to watch it all, but I heard them talking about it on Daily.
Was he on there to talk cultural stuff or politics?
I believe Drinker and Gary gave him the nod ahead, so I think it was both.
Okay.
Because it's him, you know.
Because he is a political operative now, as we all know.
100%.
Member of the
100%.
RNC. All right.
It might have started as a joke, but Cobra Cast turned into an actual thing.
Yes, like it often in the top streams in the country. I am concerned about this idea of disrupting or disturbing bubble tea because it's something that's very... There's also an issue of cultural appropriation. There's an issue of taking something that's very distinctly Asian in its identity and quote unquote making it better, which I have an issue with. And he starts by, oh God, for those who haven't seen Shang-Chi, Aquafina is in it. You might know her from playing every single female Asian in Hollywood.
Remember that time I was quiet?
No.
Yeah, she's horrible.
I am studying your can, and I'm looking for anything that tells me where boba came from. And where boba came from is Taiwan. Simu, I believe you mean Chinese Taipei? We're going to need to go and cancel Simu.
Yeah.
You know, I started this venture company for a lot of reasons, but really primarily to uplift minority entrepreneurs. Race-based. I am going to start my venture company where I only give money to white people. How's that sound, chat?
Whoa. See, it sounds so racist, especially when you talk about like white pride. That sounds racist. White power definitely sounds racist, but you hear that all the time.
So
white king.
So at the used bookstore I go to, there's an independent section, and it's like 10+% like political. Hell, it's like 5% books about 1940s funny mustache man and stuff like that. And recently we have some new arrivals. We have COVID Chronicles and COVID Chronicles. And I'm like, what? Because one's a little bit bigger than the other. So I'm like, oh, this must be like the collection. And then I'm like, no, the authors are different. And I looked at, there's two comic books called COVID Chronicles, and they're both about how was it the sci-fi dystopia we got put into?
Yeah.
No, it was about how great the TikTok nurses are. And
By
they
the
both
way,
named it COVID Chronicles.
Fun fact. Do you know why he has that mustache? Do you know why he did that?
He can't grow the rest of it?
Take it for what you will. It's from one of the books I heard. He fought in World War I, and the gas mask did not form a correct seal because of his beard. So he just shaved it down, and so the gas mask would correctly seal in World War I. And there you go. He kept it. He liked the look.
Ruined that style for the rest of humanity.
Did I just make that up? Did someone make it up and I repeat it as the truth? I don't remember, but you could do your own research.
There's a 67.7% chance that you just made that up.
It's quite high.
My sources have told me.
My sources have confirmed.
So the book I saw today was like a Rising Fist or something like that, and it was about athletes and activism. And who do you think made it into there? A certain Price is here. Price is here just in time to talk about Megan Rapinoe and Colin Kaepernick. Also, I can't add him. He does not have micro.
Yes,
we'll get him on.
Probably on his phone.
We'll get him on the show if he gets things working.
Officials.
So yeah, they had Megan Rapinoe and Colin Kaepernick, of course, and I looked through the Megan Rapinoe, and it was so cringe. And of course, they had Donald Trump in there, and he had a button that said "White Lives Matter" on it, and then he had something on his other side that said "Make America White Again," and then like something else, and then there was another picture of him, and it just said like "racist," "sexist," and like "bigot," just like drawn on his body. I can't figure out why the comic book industry is failing and why independent comics have failed even harder than the entire comic industry. I have no fucking idea. Holy fuck. Yes.
Holy fuck. He good man. He broke the weed too low.
I want to be a part of bringing boba to the masses, but not like this. He literally pulls a do better senator. So for that reason, I'm out. It makes me sad how successful this business is.
If you know, you know. Girl, you better be careful whipping that pickle around, especially with that cute little haircut you got going on. I'm getting feelings. You stop now.
Oh, I thought she's going to be a guest on one of the ladies' streams.
It makes me sad how successful this business is. It makes me sad that they're drinking boba with a raccoon sunglasses. Racist.
You ever seen East Asian like marketing and whatnot? I would assume they would also have a raccoon with sunglasses.
What's wrong
drinking.
with raccoon?
No, sorry, it wouldn't be a raccoon. It'd be a tanuki or whatever it is, which is a raccoon, but it has gigantic balls that it can literally fly with.
She'll be Badger.
Because Japanese people are some characters.
Basically.
There has to be a willingness to change, and I have to be able to invest in these founders knowing that the change is possible. What he's saying is, sorry, you guys are too white for me. Canadians, too. They're apparently Canadians. God. Canada, man. Do something right for once, please. Well, they got
Raccoons
goose
are
right.
a little too humanoid with the opposable digits and the washing of the food and the expressive eyes. I don't like it. Breaks me out.
So, after he had to take to social media, TikTok, that's where the celebrity goes.
Well, you can't go to Twitter, right? Because that's an alt-right platform.
Yeah, so his problem is that it felt like it was exploitative rather than paying homage. They weren't paying homage to boba tea, Badger.
How dare they? Kiss the ring. And its Taipei origins.
Chinese Taipei, thank you. On the flip side, I've been made aware that business owners have received a lot of death threats and harassment, otherwise just kind of bullying and dogpiling. Simu? You said they did cultural appropriation and now they're getting bullied and dogpiled and harassed? So weird. All right, Alyssa Mercante is gonna sue him. I just want to say that full stop. It's never okay to make this. It's never okay to bully and harass online. But I don't mean that the business owners don't deserve valid criticism. Okay, well, cultural appropriation is not valid criticism, moron. Okay, are we done with this? Is there any more? Oh my god, please God, be done. Let's not cross out. Let's no. Okay,
Spoiler, do you even like boba?
I like boba with the chai tea part of it. The tapioca bubbles are weird.
Yeah, but that's the whole
not very
point.
Good.
Yeah, that's the boba. I mean,
please, the weeps are gonna attack me in chat, but I love me some chai tea.
Forgive the
tea?
stereotype, but I believe most girls like boba for reasons. Other than that, I don't know, little balls.
The tapioca shooting out of the balls.
It pops in your mouth.
Jessica last night on GCA was eating meatballs, going on about how much she loves the meatball gravy, and I'm like, Jesus! And then she said in chat, I like cucumbers.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what that was for. There.
All right.
Oh my God! Yeah,
he posted on the Bigot platform too. I truly do not care what you spend your money on. Buy boba or don't. I buy bottled, mass-produced boba that feels weirdly appropriated, or don't. Oh no, or buy. Yeah, it literally does not matter to me. All I ask is that you not empty your life savings into altcoins and NFTs. So if you like white people made boba teas, you're a crypto bro.
I don't know, but here's the thing. I also agree you shouldn't empty your life savings into cryptos and NFTs, but that's on a completely separate, unrelated note.
So I would like to introduce Simu Liu to Tex-Mex, or this crazy thing called Chinese food in America, which is absolutely nothing like real Chinese food. We take other cultures' things and we make it bigger and sometimes better.
You appropriate it, if you will.
Yes. Do you want the mixing pot or not, buddy? You don't want the mixing? Then sounds good. I don't. Sorry, I almost went Asmongold on him. I don't want to get canceled.
Yeah, we don't want to end our partnership, so I'm going to have to end all communication. Sorry about that. Can't condone, even though I agree.
I'm going to go and disavow myself. Oh my God, he continued. He kept going. Why did
you call them freedom fries now, Aaron?
Yes.
We're taking it back.
All right, I'm done with this. All right, we got to talk about Bonerrific69. All right. Yeah, that actually does sound better.
Oh.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Functioning? Yes. He's here. All right, quick. Oh wait, did you watch Agatha All Along?
Agatha All Along. I'm trying to remember. Is that the one where they were? It was like an '80s slumber party.
Nah, that's the show, but the episode is Bonerrific69. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with Bonerrific69, you definitely didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Is it the one that they all die at the end or something? And it's the son of
No. Let me ask you a question. The last episode,
after them all dying.
The last episode you watched, did it start with Jewish prayer?
For some reason.
No, I don't think. I think I would have noticed that. Instead, I
my
think
good
that,
man, indeed you would have. And so I suggest to you, you have not watched the newest episode because
I am so sorry. I'm
no.
I'm actually at Comic-Con. I stepped
You're in a
out
far
in order
better.
to. to be a guest on this thing. And you know what? This is more interesting than what's going on in there, actually.
Oh, no.
Well, we are talking about Bonerrific69 here, so how's Comic-Con going?
You know, I just got out of a panel with Leonard Nimoy's son, and I was really excited because I thought he was going to tell stories about how great Spock was and Leonard Nimoy. And it's nothing personal. I respect that, you know, I understand it's a personal story, but I sat there and he was basically explaining how Leonard Nimoy didn't talk to him as a kid, you know, wasn't such a good dad. They stopped talking. And then it's like, oh, like I was an alcoholic, and only when I was recovering, I made up with him. And then my wife died, so he told me he was sorry. And I'm like, wow, what is this place? But,
you wanted some stories, and he trauma dumped on you instead.
Right, but I feel bad because apparently this guy like wrote a book about his experiences, and I feel bad because on one hand I have empathy for the guy that went through these bad experiences. On the other hand, I like Mr. Spock. Like that's. Am I a dick for really wanting to hear cool things about Spock?
Yeah, it's like don't meet your heroes, but in this case, don't meet your heroes' children.
Right. Basically, I understand that in order for me to enjoy Mr. Spock, this kid must have suffered a lot. And I genuinely, I'm very sorry. You know what I mean? I'm very, very sorry, but I still like Mr. Spock. So maybe I wasn't the target audience for this.
Show me on the Spock figure where he traumatized
should have been the target audience.
Anyhow, so I saw this episode that at the end of it, the kid is Wanda's son, Billy or something, and he has that stupid thing on his forehead. And
we call that a tiara.
Tiara, yes. Like he's the queen of the night or whatever it is, and then the you know, the episode ended. There was another one after this?
Yes, for last night. It was last night's episode.
Yeah.
You're
all right.
doing...
Will you tell me what happened? I'm in suspense. What happened in this next one?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sounds good. Let's go and start it because it was a doozy. I have a lot of notes for this one. Also, we're gonna need a for fuck's sake.
Cancel Disney Plus. All right.
Yes, and this.
What do you say? I'm my own hero. Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, he dropped another 10. Thank you, Shake. Also, we'll do, if we hit 100, I will watch a movie for all you wonderful people. So it's called Familiar by Thy Side, but I renamed it Bonerrific69 all along. Not a joke price. Not a joke at all. Bonerrific69, best character in the show, by far the best acting. It was by price.
It was a rough going.
If I were him, I would have gotten out of here too.
Yeah.
It was 41 minutes. I look, and that's without the recap and without the 7 minutes worth of credits. 41 minutes, and it starts with Teen doing his bar mitzvah for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's. Oh, yeah, so he got banned from Twitch after having his bar mitzvah, and then he reads from the Torah, and then it cuts to him doing, like, he's dancing and stuff, and I thought, are we going to see his boyfriend? And, oh my God, we do. And his parents say they're proud of him. We did see
some black Israelites in the background. Did you notice?
No.
It had the hat, yeah.
This sounds awful.
Yeah, dreads, yeah, the thing. It was, you know, maybe he was just being nice.
He gets danced around on the chair because it's like, all right, he's doing a little bit bar mitzvah, and then we're gonna move on. No, it's just like bar mitzvah.
Sorry, the whole episode is a bar mitzvah.
Like the first 10 minutes, and then he walks into the very traditional bar mitzvah palm reading tent.
She was gypsy.
A gypsy palm reading at the bar mitzvah. I'm not very familiar with bar mitzvahs, but I'm guessing that's a thing. And the old witch is there, whatever her name is, and she reads his palm, some lights flicker, and his lifeline is broken in two. And that's what we in the business call foreshadowing. She has the tower reversed. She's still saying like weird stuff. I don't know. And then he says, love the vibe in here. It's early Argento, compliments the decor. And I'm like, that's a little cringe. But then it just kept. This was they want to make absolutely sure you know he is gay. And it's just like.
And Jewish.
Honey, we did not need to be told he's gay.
Yeah.
All right. Didn't they already tell that in the first episode? They already mentioned that once. And
the boyfriend like sends him a text or whatever. And That's what I thought they just wrote him out. And I'm like, no, he's in this episode quite a bit. And Badger, one gifted sub if you can tell me the boyfriend's name. They say it like twice. I had to look it up.
Yeah, I can't. I wasn't because I was going to say how lucky,
close, Eddie.
How lucky that before anything happened, this person was already gay and then happens to get inhabited by the spirit of a gay person. So she's real lucky.
There's a Wonder Woman 1984 situation going on here in a little bit when we have to watch the two teens make out. All right, so compliments the decor, and then she just tells him to live in the now, and then she makes the sigil so he can't say his name. It turns out it was her. Who cares? And slips it into his coat. And then my note is the bar mitzvah gets boycotted and divested because of the anomaly happening in Westview, and they'll all have to be escorted out. And then they're driving home, and women drivers. So what do you think happens?
There's a car crash.
They crash right into a tree, Brian.
So
How did you know?
This coincides with the end of WandaVision that no one watched, when the anomaly is like spazzing out at the end when they're fighting. And it causes them to crash. Yeah.
That's so stupid. By the way, I want to tell you something. As far as I know, there is no gypsy tent at a bar mitzvah.
You haven't been going to the right ones.
That is not a thing. I've been to a few, and I don't think I've ever seen a gypsy tent. That seems like that wouldn't be what would be at a bar mitzvah, but
a very religious celebration. They wouldn't have a gypsy palm. Yeah, a little weird shake, man. He's really enjoying them stairs today. Thank you, homie.
5 of them.
And we're getting up there too. If we hit 100, I will watch a movie for all you wonderful people. All right, so driving home, he gets hurt. Bro dies. Bro dies at the same time as the anomaly's getting like sucked up. So that's how Billy, one of the Wanda twins, manages to get into his body, and they're both gay.
Didn't exist because Billy and Tommy Maximoff are fucking figments of Wanda's imagination made manifest by the Darkhold. And when they in that, they should poof off into non-existence. So I don't know what spirit is in him, but it's no Billy.
But he comes to and he says Tommy, the other boy's name.
His last memory, and then immediately doesn't know who he is because I guess maybe he has some of his old memories, and with his new, he's
not sure how that worked.
Outside with nerds.
Comic-Con. He is a member of the media. Thank you very much. Going to Comic-Con for us. What's the sexiest cosplay you've seen so far? Or is it too cold?
Sexiest cosplay?
Yeah, is it too cold for sexy cosplay in New York?
Okay, so there was these one lady, I think she was like the Scarlet Witch, and I thought she looked all right.
Ooh.
There was one woman who I don't even know what she was cosplaying as, but I really wanted to interview her because I thought she had a wonderful costume. I can't tell you what that costume was. I don't know how to explain myself without getting into trouble, but
would it have been difficult to keep eye contact during the entire interview?
Yes, it would have been very difficult. I was trying to figure out what that costume was, and I wanted to interview her, but she ran away.
Oh, screaming in terror, I assume? All right, sorry. I was getting sidetracked looking up Scarlet Witch cosplay. Back to... Because, I'm sorry, we got to get to Bonerrific69. He deserves it.
The kids in Multiverse of Madness are from another multiverse, another reality, not the main one.
And then he's like with his boyfriend, even though he's got it gets Wonder Woman 1984 here real soon.
All right, quickly,
so he dies. Now he's gay or whatever. Okay. So finally, it feels like it's a show now where we've talked about how people like Hayden, he complains it's too slow, but I'm like, the problem is it's rushed. They're just like going one thing to the next, and they finally slowed down. Badger's got to go get a toy. They finally slowed down for a second, which I actually enjoyed, and I might need to turn off my ringer. And I had several compliments about the show, and particularly when we get to Bonerrific69, who stole the freaking show. So we get home, dog doesn't recognize him. He starts freaking out because he's hearing thoughts. He finally does a little acting. I just wish it didn't look like he was wearing lipstick. He stares into the mirror. He's like, I'm William Kaplan, which is the body he just stole, trying to like kind of convince himself. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of a good moment. This show could be good if it wanted to, but it purposely chooses not to. Wait, Price, are you gonna watch this after we talk about it? Are you gonna keep watching the show, or are you done?
I have to. What am I gonna do? I've already watched until now. I gotta watch whatever you're talking about.
Yeah, sunken cost fallacy. I know. I'm right there with you. Oh yeah, you probably didn't see the 10 manga I bought. Yeah, sunken cost gets me every time. All right, so he's not him. A little bit of acting, and then he's sitting in the car with his boyfriend, who I just referred to as live action Miles Morales. So, Price, you also might know a few things about Jewish people, such as, do they often want people to marry Miles Morales, or do Jewish parents usually like you to marry another Jewish person?
I can't speak for every
No, yes.
No, please.
The monolithic Jewish culture, yeah.
Yes. They were very open.
They were very,
I'll
very,
tell you what,
very accepting.
you know what? I would say that there's a lot of different types. If you're dealing with the kind of very religious types, I think that for them it has to be a Jewish woman. Now, to be fair, there are women who are of the same background as Miles Morales who are Jewish. There is a community like that from Ethiopia, so that
Puerto
woman
Ricans?
would be considered.
Yeah.
If she is Jewish, I think that would be okay by them. I think that the more you
gay.
go,
He's gay. It's a he. It's a POC and it's gay. Price.
You're really putting me in a corner here, man.
Yes.
There are many very progressive Jewish people, so I assume many do accept
Listen,
it, but it's just
there's a wide spectrum of different. Also, I'm not the expert. I'm just I'm speculating here, but I'm just saying that.
you told me you were the expert, Price. That's why
I didn't say I was the expert. All I'm saying is I've met a lot of different people that could be placed on different parts of that spectrum. The more the more religious they are, the more they may have an issue with that. The more sort of progressive they are, the more they probably won't care. Most of the people are probably somewhere in the middle. So, what people don't. I'm going to get in trouble here, but this is what my thoughts are.
Maybe don't shout it in New York, but yes.
No, I'm going to say this. I think that what most people don't take into consideration is that people sometimes have mixed feelings. Maybe there's a parent that sees this and thinks this isn't exactly what I had hoped for, but then they just say, well, this is what's happening, so I'll try to be nice about it. I assume probably, and this is not only for like Jewish people, I assume that this is just like people, human beings, probably like 80% of them are probably like that. But
oh yeah,
it is what it is, you know what I mean? And people always think that they live in this kind of rose garden and everybody does kumbaya, but I don't think that exists anywhere.
Yeah,
except for like people that watch it.
Let's make sure this rabbi isn't getting a little aggressive with the circumcision, all right? Just the top. Don't take too much.
Yeah, so
I answered as best as I could.
I mostly bring it up just because sometimes it's like they want to do all the DEI multicultural stuff. Not all cultures get along very well. Some of them clash. So it's just like an interesting decision. But all right, so he's in the car with Miles Morales. I fight back yelling a gamer word. I do not, because I'm a good person. They hold hands and look at each other, and then they make out, making Marvel history. Then I blasted my computer with a shotgun and yelled, "We don't like your kind around these parts." Were my notes.
Did you blasted? I thought you maybe...
We're 17 minutes into the episode, and Billy reads his boyfriend's thoughts as they kiss, and he wants to tell Billy that he loves him. Then there goes my second computer, and then we have a bit of a Wonder Woman 1984 body swapping lack of consent situation, and he tells his boyfriend he's not his boyfriend, but still he loves him. They say they love each other, and then they make out again, and I'm on my fourth computer at the 18-minute mark. I realized
I started blasting. Bang! Bang!
And then I that's when suddenly I realized, oh wait, I see him like frozen kissing on the screen. I'm like, I've been sitting here for 5 minutes, like thinking about something else, just to not go back to the scene.
Thinking about something else. It's 5 minutes, huh?
I was thinking about politics or something, I swear.
Yeah.
And then am I trying to shield? Yeah, my mind's trying to shield myself from the episode. And then his boyfriend says, "If you're not William Kaplan, who are you?" So he just like openly accepts that his boyfriend's a different person, and he's like totally fine that it's a different person.
Doesn't matter, got laid. I love you for who you are.
He's from another.
Yeah, I mean that actually reminds me of the WandaVision thing. As long as the person is checking the right check mark, they can't do anything wrong.
Correct. And in this, he doesn't do anything. So they're back at Teen's room looking at his dossier, and he says, no distractions, please. I'm going to need you to hide those arms, because his boyfriend was taking his jacket off, and I'm just like,
Spoiler, his arms weren't that impressive.
Yeah, so and it could be a good show. They choose to not make it a good show. And then they talk about the anomaly, calls him adorable, and then he clicks on a video and gets an ad for the Bald Black Witch selling probiotic candles. All of the witches show up before all this stuff actually happens and he meets them. They all show up in his life. I have a feeling they're not going to explain any of it. And
you were there? And you were there?
And
you were
there. Oh, it's the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, like or something. I don't know.
And
then
very...
Teen says, look at her skin. That level of flawless should be illegal.
Oh.
He says black don't crack in like the gayest way possible, essentially.
You know the funny thing, when I was online,
on my computer, Teen meets a mysterious Westview resident on Reddit and meets up with him for anonymous for information on the anomaly. With his contact, Deep Throat, it literally is. Yeah. It's a crazy conspiracy theorist with a trench coat and bucket hat named Bonerrific69, the real star of the show, has finally arrived.
Ralph Bonner.
Yes, his name's Ralph Bonner, but he goes by Bonerrific69 on Reddit. Tells him about what the hero Wanda had done to the town. Remember when, people wouldn't know what she had sacrificed? Well, he tells her about all the torture he tells them about all the torture he went through. And I just start off with actually some decent acting from him. I didn't know what we were about to get. It was a tour de force, a boner de force. He asked about Agatha. Mr. Bonerific starts spraying them with witch repellent, and I literally laughed my ass off. I had a good hearty laugh at it.
Look at you.
Yes, you will appreciate this, greatest littings. She called me her...
Just so I understand, is this Mr. Boner from the WandaVision series?
Yes, Agatha's husband. And
I see.
He's Quicksilver from the Fox X-Men.
Right, okay, this is what I thought. So
Peters.
They wheeled him back. It's like every time they don't have a cameo, they bring this guy, and I'm totally over this guy. Like, I don't even care about him.
How dare you say that about Bonerrific69, Bryce? Okay, his performance made me I kind of want to pull up WandaVision and just look for his parts. I
Jim,
enjoyed it.
The whole thing in WandaVision was when Evan Peters showed up, everyone thought he was Quicksilver and he thought he was her brother, but it turned out he's just one of the neighbors that got bewitched. Evan Peters just playing a dude named Ralph Bonner who got bewitched. So we still haven't heard anything about. He's dead, basically. We know that, right? Petrov is dead.
She called me her husband, but I was just her puppet. She stole my house, completely ruined the market value. Held this nice lady in the attic, and he starts crying, and it's not cringe. It was like Joker 2 when Mr. Puddles or whatever gets up on the stand, and then out of nowhere we just get a bunch of acting and emotion when it's surrounded by crap. Wait, Price. I don't think we've got to talk about Joker 2 yet. You got any quick thoughts on it? Any very quick thoughts on it, Price?
On Joker 2, we talked about it a number of times. It was awful.
Oh, we did. Okay.
I was the first person to see that movie. I actually posted one of the first reviews.
He has no memory.
And the thing is, I warned everybody, and then people came back to me and they said, "You didn't tell us how shitty it would be." It's like I literally, if you watch my review, that's exactly what I said. They're like, "No, you made it seem like it would be a bad movie. You didn't say how shitty it would be." This is really what people told me. I'm like, "What do you want?" I said it was.
I sprinted out of the theater, and my first thought was, I need to DM Price right now and tell him he didn't warn me hard enough.
I don't know what you were talking about. Joker was pretty good. Don't you understand? It was a commentary on society and mental illness and how we all don't care about Arthur. And that was the point. And shame on us for wanting a Joker instead of just caring about Arthur. It was the greatest movie ever. And we should all be ashamed to do better. Thank you. Thank you for teaching us, Todd Phillips.
By the way, Erwin, I DM'd you a few things now that I thought would interest you.
Oh, did you?
One is the picture. I snuck a picture of the ladies that I wanted to interview, but ran away.
At all.
We're gonna need another super chat or gifty for that one. All right, I will pull that up. All right, so then we find out about he's the one who he had to kill his dog, which was apparently a thing in WandaVision, and he had some moments. I couldn't believe it. It was 5-minute scene, and I really enjoyed it. And that is why Agatha All Along is in the 4s and not in the 2s, in my opinion.
Right. Did you say that Agatha All Along and Penguin are the best shows on television right now?
Yes, and you will be talking about that momentarily, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna laugh at the shills comparing them both equally and saying that they're both like top tier, and there's a grave disparity between the two.
Wait, what's the disparity between Penguin and what?
Agatha?
Oh yeah, thank God. Okay, yes, correct. Okay, well, see, that's so obvious. I was like, oh, I must have misheard something.
No, because there's certain shill accounts that keep posting that together, and everyone's pointing out, like, you see, when you say Penguin, I believe you, but when you say this, I think maybe you're just going to say that about anything that is.
So, did you go to this panel?
So this is the thing. The panel takes place, I think, at 4 p.m., and I'm considering going to it. I asked Hypnotic what he thought if these people are one of those Sweet Baby Inc. guys. I don't really know, but I'm so curious what their take is.
Let's see. Gaming. Oh yeah, it's Gaming Magazine, but gaming spelled with a Y. Yeah, I've used these people before.
And it's queer tea gamers. Oh my God.
Right. Who are the queer tea gamers? I'm not knowledgeable on this topic, and I'm thinking, will they let me in if I go there to Pride Central?
Just identify.
Yeah, identify as a yarn person or whatever.
Yeah,
a yarn amari, yarn. I'm
gonna
calamari?
try to get in there.
I nailed it. Yeah, no, dude. I live where they do like Gen Con, which is a tabletop convention, and it's the wokest fucking thing. So I've thought about going just to investigate. The Red Space Ranger dropping 10. The front page of Reddit was 100% damage control for Kamala's Fox News thing. I wanted to talk about it, but I knew there was too much Bonerrific69. But holy freaking disaster! I'm sorry, but if genuinely believes she gave decent answers, you're more gullible than the people who wear N95s in 2025. It was so bad. I actually want to use one of her clips. She's like, "We both know what I'm talking about. We both know what I'm talking about." And he says, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking? I want that clip for if we ever go off into the weeds too hard." Also, yes, pickles. We did have a discussion about pickles. We found out certain people didn't like pickles, and some words were said. I'm not allowed on the GCA stream anymore. But yes, definitely go to Making Queer Games and Making Games Queer. Oh my God, it's so bad.
Yeah, report back. Let us know how that went.
Pull this shit back up. After that, I cut and run. Left my entire Blu-ray collection behind. So we complain that like Marvel humor, it's serious, and then they undercut that with like funny. And he kept doing a lot of serious and like it was actual good act, but then he would say something funny, but it actually made me laugh. It was actually well timed because for his character, it actually made sense. Like, he's supposed to be the crazy guy, so he's like really serious, but then he says something like silly and funny, and it worked, and I enjoyed it, and I laughed several times, and it felt good. But every time they do something really good, immediately after they follow it with hyper cringe. All right. Mr. Bonerific. Agatha can keep my Bowflex. This is when I realized the show should have been The Boys, where Mr. Bonerific is the protagonist hunting Agatha, meets up with some like other witch hunters, and tries to get that revenge. And that way we have a main character that we can actually root for instead of a bunch of evil witches that you don't want to support because all of them want to do like evil things with their powers. So we could have had Mr. Bonerific to root for, and it could have been like The Boy. This episode was one of the best because like none of the witches were in it.
Because they're dead. Spoiler. We find out. I thought they were going to come out. I didn't realize that he kills them at the end.
I know.
That's what I thought. I thought it just seems like they're dead.
Yeah, no, they're dead. Agatha is able to crawl out of that muck
in blackface. I might add. Yeah. I have the note. She comes out of the car.
Is Aubrey Plaza still alive?
She's out there somewhere.
Probably, but not in the episode, sadly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it seems like they don't have enough money to pay her. So every reason they could think of like making her not in the episode, they really use her sparingly.
I feel like the last 10 minutes was just Agatha and him talking. Like as she walks around him, is just talking. Nothing happened.
And one little like 10-foot plot of
bottle episode, with some flashbacks that were just like on public roads and shit.
So we got a little more acting, blah, blah, blah. 5-minute scene was actually really good. And then we go on the next scene. I'm really sad because Bonerific's gone. We get the parents who want to know where the boyfriend's at. And the mom says, want to watch a psychological horror? It's freaky, but grounded. They're like trying to reference their own show. My note was, why can't we have nice things?
Smoo, I've heard this from non-shill sites that she might be Lady Death. And she sort of says something as much when they were going back about their traumas or whatever, that the reason she's upset, the reason Agatha, what's up, Zax? The reason Agatha is upset at Aubrey is because she had to kill someone for whatever. Aubrey had to kill someone, but it was like just doing their job. I don't know. Something like that.
So Price, you've done some internet sleuthing before. So he does some internet sleuthing to find out about what's really going on. And he goes to Bruhapedia to learn about Agatha and the Witch's Road. He does all this internet sleuthing and ends up at Wikifuckingpedia, Price. And while he's on there, he's listening to the song "The Witch's Road," and he like reads something and realizes something, and then the song tells him what's going on. So Wikipedia and a pop song, or how he got set on his big adventure.
Down the Witch's Road.
So we had to hear that Witch's Road song again.
Oh yeah,
Correct.
Every episode you're gonna hear that damn thing.
What do they want? Why do they keep pushing that stupid song over and over again? It's not good even
For
the
it to
first
be
time.
a number one. Yeah, no, they want it to be a number one like Agatha All Along.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work for them.
No. So we got Gay Sherlock Holmes in here, and the song is saying, "I'll see you at the end. I'll see you at the end." And then he goes, "Oh, my brother Tommy is at the end of the Witch's Road."
Yeah, his disembodied spirit that doesn't exist because he wasn't real is floating there. I don't know what he's.
So now we have his motivation. For some reason, he just suddenly thinks that his brother's there, and then he's outside, and then he goes and does the thing from episode 1 where he breaks into Agatha's house and then like sets her free and blah blah blah. Nothing's going to be explained.
So this was one of those situations where they just gave you a bunch of backstory as to why things happened the way they did. That the whole episode.
Yep.
Most of 34 minutes of a 41-minute episode is.
It reminds me of that Star Wars The Acolyte tactic, where they just continue to rehash, like, oh, what happened before this? What led to that? But if I don't care about the actual events, why would I care about what led to the events?
Mm-hmm.
So true, but it adds more meaning to them. Like he looked up Agatha on Wikipedia. Price. It adds so much to the depth to the character.
It's sort of it's the tactic they would use on Breaking Bad. The only difference is on Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul,
attacking him.
You really care about the characters. You want to know what happened to him when he was younger, when he had his own company, or all these different things. In this case, like it's pointless.
Price is reporting on the current hurricane at the moment for us. It's a little windy where you are currently, Price.
Windy?
Price, we should probably let you go.
But yeah, no, it's so true. We don't care when you give us backstory about things we don't care about. Yeah, I know. It's we're on the AM dial in between the channels right now.
Sorry.
Price. Seriously, thank you for popping on. He's at the freaking New York Comic Con for people who just got here, so appreciate him being on. All right, so when she tapes him and puts him in the closet, he says, "I don't want to go back into the closet." And I was about to be on my 7th computer, but I'm like 6 is enough. Goes to part where he tries to say his name. Turns out on the second temp, he actually says Billy Maximoff. Dun, dun, dun. So we full blown know he's Billy now. Who cares? 34 minutes in, we're finally back to the actual show. I kind of didn't want to go back. I was like, can we just stay in the past? I kind of enjoyed the episode a little bit at parts. I don't want to get through. I don't want to go the Witch's Road though. But I don't want. There's 3. We're only 2/3 of the way through, Badger. There's still 3 more
episodes.
Yes. And then Agatha in blackface pulls herself up out of the tar pit. Teen breaks the sigil. Agatha walks up behind him. The big moment we've all been waiting for, and it's okay, I guess. And then eventually,
Billy.
Eventually he's all like, "Biatch, I don't need you no more." And then he tries to use his power, but it goes limp, and he can't use his power. So that's
it happens sometimes. You get nervous, or you didn't have enough vitamin D.
Yes, it's a little cold. You drank a little too much, and then she starts cackling. The laugh she does, I have the subtitles up, says cackles, and her laugh sounded very much so like Kamala Harris's laugh. And I'm like, okay, that means Kamala's laugh is officially a cackle. And then she finally starts acting a little bit while she's trying to figure out what Teen wants at the end of the road. His mom? Well, she chose a town full of strangers over her own flesh and wires. And I actually kind of enjoyed that because his dad's a robot, or Robo Papa, as she says.
Don't understand how they're going to do this.
And she says, "You're after Toby," and he's like, "Tommy," which I like that part of Agatha. I like that part of the personality. And then he says, "I do not trust you at all, ever." And he actually had like some force behind it, a little bit of gravitas. I'm like, okay, he actually did a little bit of acting. And what happens when they do a little bit of acting? What happens when I enjoy some story bit?
They immediately undo it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My note was teen heartthrob Joe Locke decides to act for the first time in the episode. And then she says, "Last one's there's a nice person." And then he all dramatically says, "I'm not that nice. You just did some acting." And then right to the cringe. And then it ends. He kind of walks in, it goes blurry and it ends. And so now it's just Teen and Agatha, guys. But honestly, I'm kind of looking for it. Just proves how much they didn't need the other witches. That now that they're all killed off, I'm like, thank God.
I feel we're not going to be that lucky. They're going to find a way to bring them back.
At least like the two that went into the pit or something. I assume they were just going to like fall through to another side.
Jennifer, and I don't remember the other one.
And then Eddie, the boyfriend, my whole thing was, okay, if they just added him just to have a gay boyfriend for no reason, if he's not part of the story, I'm going to be so mad. And all of this stuff, he could have been removed. He didn't play any actual like role in this. So if he doesn't come back, if he doesn't have to make some sacrifice or something, at least some sort of like personal like character growth or something at least related to the boyfriend, I'm gonna be furious. If they just add the gay character for no reason, just to have gay character and he doesn't actually matter.
There for a second there in some of the scenes. He got a little something, but yeah.
Briefly. Badger, do we need to start outroing you?
Yeah, I should probably get out of here just in case he's a little late sending it, but that's all right.
And yeah, episode mercifully ends and there's 7 minutes of credits. Badger, you gonna be on any streams here momentarily?
Yes, I will be on Open Bar. It should be starting any minute now, but we'll probably be late and gay. Either way. Oh, no, there it goes. No. My call to heaven has arrived.
Bye,
boy for 2. I see you guys. All right, Price.
Horn
God bless
boy.
you. Be safe. I'll see you guys. I'm leaving.
Oh wait, no, he left too. I'm all alone.
Oh no. Are you sure? You're right? I gotta go.
Bryce,
I love you.
Bryce, come back. I miss you. See you, Badger. All right, we got some things to talk about. Also, let's see how close we are. What? 5, 25, 27, 30, 47. What's that? 72 math. Erwin math 72, 82, 84. We're 16 away from you guys making me watch a really good movie. I appreciate you guys so much, especially you, Corn Boy. All right. We're done with that. I have some other nonsense I wanted to talk about, but we had really important things to go on about, such as Bonerrific69. All right, everyone, prepare for Erwin to stream alone. What do you guys think IGN gave this one? You just heard the full episode review of Bonerrific69. Let's scroll down to the bottom. Who would have guessed? No more. 8 out of 10. Great. Did that sound 8 out of 10, guys? There were moments that were definitely out of 10, but and honestly, he like barely even gave a review. He hardly even talks about Bonerrific69, which, come on. Also, this is how I figured out the boyfriend's name is Eddie, apparently, and he's not gonna matter at all. All right. Wait, why are we saying numbers? Yeah, I know. I'm going solo. Now you're confusing me. All right, you guys all better play nice. Bonerrific69 sounds like. Don't give me any ideas. All right, what else do we have to talk about? Let's see. God of War live action. It's in development. Are you excited? Well, it turns out they're going to start from scratch. Someone left the project after completing multiple scripts. The studio wants to move in a different creative direction despite praising the previous scripts from Deadline. Guys, I'm not sure the God of War show is going to be very good. But hey, who knows? Maybe Amazon won't totally fuck it up like they fuck everything else up. Next! This one made me sad. So I talked the Ultimate Spider-Man's I gave him a chance or heading towards woke. I don't like it. Sonia, please come save me. Can I send you an invite, please? So Ultimate Spider-Man, I'm liking people were buying it and talking about it because you got Peter Parker like with a family. Mary Jane is like so supportive. His kids are like loving. They love him. It's adorable. It's super endearing. But now they got like Black Cat is half black or something for some reason. And then you get into the other Ultimate stuff, which is also terrible. I almost brought up an article about that because it's rough. And then we got Ultimate Wolverine. There we go. We'll pull this bad boy back up. Come here. Come here. No, wait. Am I solo? I got Wolverine right here. And there's like 7 Wolverine books right behind him. I should be the target demographic for this. But I have no interest in this because already the Ultimate line has been ruined. And they're putting out more Ultimate lines. They put out Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm like, cool. And then the next series, Ultimate Black Panther, of course. Because why wouldn't it be Black Panther? Everyone's just clamoring for more Black Panther. Ultimate Wolverine. I should be interested. He's Winter Soldier. Okay, so he's not even Wolverine. He gets mind controlled. And so it's... Oh, fucking... Oh, my God. Why can't we have nice things? But I will say, I kind of like the costume. I know it's a little like Red Star commie, I'm assuming. It's some Ruskies. But I kind of like it. I mean, black and red, you can't go wrong with that. Maybe a little gold trim somewhere. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. All right. Yeah, and then like Ultimate X-Men, which I also really, that's what like all these ones are. Really enjoyed it. Now it's a manga made for 14-year-old girls and all the characters are female. Awesome. So I didn't know anything about this. Russo brothers, The Electric State. I was like, interesting. Then I see Chris Pratt, Millie Bobby Brown, Woody Harrelson, someone I don't know, Anthony Mackie, and then Giancarlo Esposito, obviously, because he's in everything. March 14th on Netflix. So I'm like, Chris Pratt with 11? And then there's like giant robots and stuff, but like they look like the android from Hitchhiker's Guide. I don't know. Robots lost their freedom. But they're all like giant stuffed animals. They're all in some weird VR things. And Millie Bobby Brown and post-apocalyptic. And then there's Chris Pratt as Han Solo with a mustache for some reason. And it's the Russo brothers. They're usually pretty competent. I don't know. It's coming in March. I'm kind of interested. Anyone else interested? Kyo Hyung Wong, Short Round. Short Round. All right. I mean, they're the ones that did Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame. The Gray Man. Look at this. Civil War, Endgame, Infinity. The Gray Man. Yeah, maybe just put 3 movies on there, guys. But I'm mildly interested. Color me intrigued. March 14th. All right, 101. Will anyone want to watch an open bar for me and tell me when it starts? I swear I'll pay attention. I probably won't pay attention. Tomak, you here? Might have some witchcraft works. I have some anime to talk about, and Tomak needs to answer for something that happened in it. So we'll wait for Tomak if he's not here. All right, real quickly before we get going. This one is hilarious. So it turns out, even though Hollywood hates Trump so much, they really, really love his tax cuts. From terrorists to taxes to tyranny, Hollywood braces for the possibility of a Donald Trump victory. So it's framed as really negative. But then if you actually read it, yeah, it talks about The Apprentice at first and who cares. But even though a lot of them overwhelmingly supportive of Kamala Harris and view Trump as an existential threat to freedoms, the thing is they really, really enjoyed his tax cuts. His erratic behavior made it difficult for companies to figure out how to navigate his administration without offending him. And then 35% to 21% corporate tax rate. The government was stealing everything. He's like, here's an idea. How about we steal less from the businesses? And guess what? The bill included benefits that were especially helpful to Hollywood, including a lowered rate on overseas income and the ability to immediately write off the full cost of film and TV productions like Batgirl. Disney and Comcast each saved more than $6 billion in the following 4 years. So, Hollywood, could one maybe say that Trump was good for the economy? So this whole article is about how Trump's an evil dictator, but they really like his tax cuts. And if you don't know, the tax cuts are expiring because God forbid we just have the permanent tax cuts. No, we were only going to get him till 2025. And Kamala's already said she's getting rid of them and wants to send it back up to like 28%. Yeah, 28% tax. So they're like, we can make more movies and make more money with Trump, or we can make less money with Kamala. And some of the people in Hollywood still care a little bit about money. So they're like, do we support Trump, the evil dictator? Yes. You fucking piece of double standards. So Hollywood loves Trump, but they hate that he's a horrible, evil bigot because the media told them so. Isaac, also a future guest on the show. Taxation is theft, thank you very much, except I don't think theft goes far enough. It's straight up armed robbery because it's not just, they're not just taking it off a shelf and sneaking out of out of the business with it. They are holding a gun to you and saying, money, please. And if not, bye-bye, you're going to prison. So yeah, taxation is theft, but that is putting it very nicely. Yeah, Hollywood used to love Trump. All the rappers used to love Trump. Weird. I wonder what happened. The media. But thank God no one listens to them anymore. And Kamala went on Fox News. I normally can't watch those things because I just can't take the political cringe anymore. I've seen too much of it, but I had to. And it's actually impressive how many words she can say without actually saying anything. And it just goes to show, like, she's just always so uncomfortable in front of the media, where like we are more comfortable in front of cameras than the vice president, who, like, politicians, it's all about just being in front of cameras. So fake. It's embarrassing. And Trump is correct to continue asking for a cognitive test because Lord knows. But hey, maybe she'll go on some more late night shows and pound some more beers to prove to people she's not an alcoholic. Hey, anyone, open bar start yet? What is this? What fresh hell is this? I know, big screen? Well, Badger went a little Hollywood, and he's over there on open bar right now, which, is it going yet? Anyone? Yes. Yeah, well, yeah, but then it's like healthy young people are also can't afford health insurance and stuff because we got to pay for it's a whole system is all screwed up. But don't worry, if you want change, vote for Kamala Harris. It's still late. I'm solo, baby. It's so hot in here. It turned winter so quick, and I turned the heat on, and now I'm burning alive. All right, thankfully they're a little late. No, I'm hopefully some Vegas. So any chance I get to make fun of Joker 2, I'm gonna take it. Paul Schrader walked out of Joker 2 after 15 minutes to go buy something, then returned and could only last 10 minutes. That lucky son of I watched all of it. It's looking like it's gonna lose 150 to 200 million dollars. So he said, I saw about 10 or 15 minutes of it. I left, bought something, came back, saw another 10 minutes. That was enough. So this is the writer for Taxi Driver, which the first Joker was certainly inspired by. He went on to call the sequel a really bad musical. And then my favorite part, I don't like either of those people talking about Gaga and Phoenix. I don't like them as actors. I don't like them as characters. I don't like the whole thing. I mean, those are people who, if they came to your house, you'd slip out the back door. Tell us how you really feel. I don't like them as actors. I don't like them as characters. I don't like them as people. I spit on their graves. Yeah, no, that's the correct way to treat celebrities, if you ask me. Oh my God. Wait, Joaquin Phoenix has an Oscar for Best Actor. I'm gonna have to watch. What is it, Johnny Cash one or what? He did another one because everything I've seen him in, his acting is atrocious. And everyone keeps telling me he can act. I don't believe it. Lady Gaga, I was told, could act, but not so much. Oh, if you guys haven't seen Joker Folie à Deux yet, it continues to play in theaters nationwide. That's embarrassing. And I don't think Megalopolis has hit 10 million yet. All right. We still going? Anyone started yet? No? Open bar is live? All right. Open bar is starting. Absolute pleasure. Freaking love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support. I don't deserve it. We will see you tomorrow for some pre-F&T. Make sure you go harass Badger on open bar right now. I mean, go show him your support with harassment in the chat.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends.
Come on.
Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
If we're not back by dawn, call the president.
Bye, everyone. Miss you so much.